Can you guess what day it is? It's the return of Big Venus energy. You want to call it season 2?
New season.
New season.
New season is what we're gonna call it. No lining it up as one or two.
No numbers. It's just a new season.
New season.
Welcome. I've missed you. Come here.
Hi, darling.
Hello.
So I'm going to practice talking to you on that screen, and you to me on the screen. So I think that, because we do have a tendency to look at each other when we talk, like you just did.
I did.
So I think this is us practicing to do. And I just turned it.
You're just so stunning. I can't help it but to behold you.
See.
Okay.
It's been a fantastic break, in the sense that, not that I enjoyed not hanging out with you or seeing you, which I really missed.
Same.
Hanging out and talking. Like, we talk literally everything. So I love that energy, and I miss that energy. But at the same time, I think we needed some time in our own lives to reset other areas. Because when you get comfortable and safety and comfort can also sometimes mean you're avoiding other things that need attention.
Yes.
And between the last time we hung out and recorded versus now, the changes that your life has had.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Yes. Yeah. So still in a transitioning mode, still in a changing of the seasons.
I'm going to get to see your home and create some dance energy.
Yes, absolutely. I also think we have some space to do some potential Big Venus energy gatherings.
Yes. I think that would be fantastic.
The gorgeous courtyard. I have fields on both sides right by the golf course.
That's lovely. We're not going to reveal where she lives, but she obviously has chosen a place where it is feeding into her energy and aura, which I love for you.
Thank you.
Which is important.
It is. And it's necessary. So, it's welcoming into the space.
Yes, it is.
Field of Dream style. So tell me about you. Been celebrating, been vacationing.
We have traveled, as you know. My husband absolutely enjoys traveling. He travels for work, which he hates. Loves the planning and going and traveling to places that are for joy and pleasure, and exploring, just culture and food. We are really into trying good food. We are vegetarians, but trying food in different places sort of gives you an insight into what kind of ingredients are present in that place. What do they import? What do they export? What is the mindset? We did Amsterdam.
Oh.
I loved it. It was a city that I did not expect as much of a melting pot of cultures and so many different cuisines as I actually saw. Do you know the number of Indian restaurants at Amsterdam?
No.
The number of vegan places?
Oh, I believe it. So many.
So good. Also, oh my God, the canals. Yo!
It's been a place that's been on my list forever.
Also their weed. Yo, I did not know. I don't know if you guys knew this before you traveled to Amsterdam, and I don't know if you know this even though you haven't traveled to Amsterdam. You'll know what coffee shops or coffee houses are. She's shaking her head yes. I did not know this.
Yes.
And they were like high-end, very nice, curated and vibey.
Absolutely. And I think they should be. And that's something I'm really passionate about. So people use coffee to elevate their energy, right? People use cannabis to elevate their spirit and their energy. It's something that, you use to elevate your energy. I love dropping into my body using it. I call it communing. I reach for my edges. I feel more comfortable reaching for the edges of my being. in this meat suit that I get to walk around in.
Mm-hmm.
I heard this really interesting term today where it talks about having conversations in meat space.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't. It tickled me, obviously.
You using the word elevate the energy. Soda is helping me. I was just like, valid, and at the same time I'm like, but it doesn't elevate my energy. It deepens my energy. Because if my energy is on, I want to be social, I want to be uninhibited by my own anxiety of processing what others are going to be thinking or whatever, or on the other hand, I just want to be deeply in my own thinking and spirit and self and soul, I can do both. So it deepens, and I completely agree with you. I think it does help us without inhibition reach beyond the edges of what we have programmed ourselves to think and feel, and ask more revealing questions of ourselves, which again, everybody's different, but dude, you know how you go to like really good coffee places here, and you will get, especially Yemeni coffee places, and there is this place called Escape 360. If you haven't tried it, you and I should go. So good. They had, okay, I'm digressing. They had a blackberry coffee thing that we should have, okay? But you know how they curate. They don't have a million options. They have these particular 20 options. Everything is thoughtful. Everything is very well crafted,
curated,
right, and designed, and that's how the weed experience was. You couldn't get, like, yes, there were shops you could just get bulk. That was in these coffee shops and coffee houses. Unique strains, very well created. You can buy just one weed, which is like this big.
Yeah, those are like full gram.
Like, yeah, big, 2-finger brig, okay? I'm just saying, and I got stout short fingers.
That is
for €7, €8, €9, €10, something like that. It's just like, whoa.
And that's where you keep the integrity, because it's supposed to be about experience. It's supposed to be social. Personally, I like a little halvesy for myself. If it's something like this or like this, I'm sharing.
Yeah, we were sharing.
Yes, absolutely.
Me and my husband were
sharing.
sharing.
It's a communal experience at that point. But when you were talking earlier about the feeling that you get, the word that came to mind was expansion. So it softens the edges. It allows you to expand and relax into yourself.
Oh my God.
And to not constrict. Because a lot of times right now, because we are experiencing so much tension in our surroundings, every day we're inundated with something new to like shrink us in. And I really appreciate cannabis for allowing us to kind of just and take up space. Because also the smell.
Dude.
Right? It takes up space.
It totally. So, this is not by any means me endorsing that everybody try cannabis.
Absolutely not.
Okay? It is a chemical that has reactions to your molecules in your body, in your nervous system, and your digestion, and all of those things, your lung capacity, your heart rate, your blood pumping, all of those things. I'm also not saying that everybody should try it. If you have a very addictive sense and you gotta know yourself,
you can abuse any substance.
Correct, right? Any substance. I mean,
sugar, salt.
Yes, that's what I was going. Like
caffeine.
Yes, anything.
People.
Yes.
Well, what we are saying is, if it's not something that's for you, maybe it can help you understand why other people that you may know partake. Yeah. It's just like some people like to imbibe alcohol, and some people abstain from it because of the way they feel.
And when you're trying, try with somebody safe, in a safe space, who has tried before.
And start small.
And very, very, very small. Start with like maybe hemp or CBD if you are exploring.
Yeah.
So talking about smell and travel. So Amsterdam was one. We went to US Open.
Oh yes, I saw that.
Right. So my kid is 14. We went with another mom's kid as well. She was also there. The mom was also there. That kid is 18. New York City, I don't know, the streets were full of weed smell.
Yes.
Oh my God.
It's my favorite. It's like, when I smell it, I'm like, herb.
Yes. I totally. Washington Square Park by NYU, okay? I'm like, I smell. I'm like, mind the dog with the sniffer.
Yes, it's like, wait, friends.
Yes.
It's like a signifier for me. I actually went to a forest on my birthday. Searching for snakes. So all year long, I've been searching for snakes.
Okay.
I'm really concerned. In this area, we have gotten rid of snakes because we perceive them as a pest or a menace. But what you are not recognizing in a lot of our communities is that while we have an abundance of bunnies, we also have an abundance of rats.
Yeah, where bunnies or rats are going to be. All
Yes.
rodent families are going to come together for the same kind of things. Be very careful.
Revealing our state, we live in Texas. We have beautiful rat snakes here. Big, beautiful rat snakes. And they do bite. But they're non-venomous. They serve a huge purpose. We also have copperheads and cottonmouths.
Both of them are venomous.
Both of those are venomous and can be seen as aggressive. We have rattlesnakes that are native here.
Hold on. Anyone who calls animals aggressive, I want to just preface by saying the most aggressive predator and animal on earth is a human being.
Unprovoked.
Yeah.
Typically.
Right? So if you're not going prodding, playing, exploring a snake's habitat, it is not coming to you. Unless it's hungry, it is seeking something, shelter from the heat or water or whatever.
Snakes are never hunting you.
Yep. Neither is any fucking animal hunting you, okay? They are far more desperate than us. Just...
I love that. Thank you. Absolutely. Okay, so I have searched since springtime for snakes. On my birthday, not only did I find a 59 Impala in the woods.
Okay, that's a car. In
Magnificent.
case people are like, that's a type of
Chevrolet.
snake. No,
It was in the
59 Impala is
It
a
was.
Sherry Impala.
But on
It's
my way there, I saw the cutest. I thought it was a shoestring first. The cutest little Eastern ribbon snake.
Oh.
It was adorable.
How did you know it was an Eastern ribbon snake?
I
You have an
looked
app?
it up after. But it looks like what we would consider a traditional garter snake. So it was black. It had the yellow stripe on its back.
Okay.
There was actually two. It was like racing stripes.
Okay.
And then it has a yellow belly. It's a beautiful little snake.
Oh.
Sometimes they appear blue, but they are typically very small. They don't typically bite. They kind of just skedaddle away. Adorable little experience. But I made a friend in the woods. And
Acquaintance or a friend?
I think friend by the end of it.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Is the snake expecting you back?
Okay, it was not the snake that I made friends with.
Oh, there was a
was a
human
human.
being.
Okay, yes.
You skipped. I'm like, you made friends with the snake? Because
On the same
I thought, okay, maybe you brought the snake
We're
home. I was
circling
like so into it. And I'm like,
We're gonna close the loop here.
okay, she actually made a human friend.
We
Okay,
did
cool.
make a human friend. I walk up, and then walking down to this path on this forest I've never been to. I smell herb, and I'm like, oh man, I really wish I had herb. And I come
Especially
across
when
this
you go to walks.
magical person dancing by this beautiful tree by the water, recording content. And then I kind of just say hello, I don't want to scare them.
Yeah.
And then I was like, isn't it your glorious herb that I smell? And then you could tell that they were nervous because I am me, and I'm exuberant walking through the forest, very nerdy.
Yeah.
And this person, had every reason to be like, why are you asking me that?
Which, you know what, the reason people are skeptical is because almost everybody comes with a perspective of attacking, judgment and whatnot, and curiosity seems to be the last thing. Tolerance doesn't seem to be existent. It starts with intolerance. So obviously now you have a common vibe for the herb.
Yes, and so I just say I appreciated that they were dancing. It was my birthday. I love dance. Anyways, just thanks for the way they show up, and I go about my way. And then on my way back, I see them again and ask them some questions about the trail because I found that it ended. And then I kept on about my way. Now, I'm wandering around the woods, as I do, before I see the snake in the car. And this person comes back to me. He's leaving. And then he comes straight up to me and talks to me. And he said, I almost didn't come to this place today. And he said, but I feel like I was supposed to be here to meet you.
Aww.
And continues to tell me about, he's a young man, about how his mother died. He's from Jamaica. And he had only moved here to this area about a month ago.
Oh my God.
Yes. But he was in New York before that.
Mm.
And so, he's just like, it's so strange how life brings you into people,
Yes.
right? And then we go down by the water and we partake. And then he kind of just sits there and he's like, you've given me so much more faith in myself to continue on my path.
That's
and
how rare you get that. That is amazing.
And so it's those moments where I have a more genuine appreciation, not only for the community aspect of that plant, but also just the way that when you are out in the world and you have a mutual appreciation for something, anything, and you find another human that's also doing that.
Yep.
To share in the appreciation of that person's presence in the intersection of your souls. Because you'll never know who you meet in the strangest of places.
And your vibrational connectivity is far more than the herb. That might have been the instigator, but you both were in the forest.
Yes.
You were exploring. You might have been exploring snakes. He might have been exploring music and dance and nature. You love dancing and music.
Yes.
Right? And just being free in nature. Sometimes going out to the woods or going on a path where there is nobody feels freeing to be yourself. And when you then meet vibrational people,
right,
it's
unique. Always that you always have to be mindful, right? So I'm a woman, a smaller woman in the woods by myself in an area that I'm unsure about.
Yeah.
And so you always have this guard back and forth. So, he was a young black man in an area that I'm unfamiliar with. And I approached him first.
And so is he, right? For him, you
guarded. That's exactly it.
Both guarded.
So that was being an immigrant and then seeing me.
Yes.
And then so the way you kind of dance around, is this a safe person?
Yes.
How do you approach, do we mutually feel safe?
Yes.
Right? So that was really profound for me. I felt like it was a beautiful gift on my birthday, not only to see a snake, but to meet this young person and for them to receive that from me, and also for me to receive that. Sometimes I feel silly for my adventures. I'm always like, let's go to the woods. But later that week, I went to Arbor Hills. Nice. I saw another snake, a bigger snake, a copperhead. So now I've seen 2 snakes in the wild.
She's adventurous.
In October.
Both of them happened in October.
So September 29th is my birthday. Yeah, and then the next one would have been the very first days of October.
Oh, this is interesting. So during the Libra energy. Yes, during your energy.
Bringing in the balance. Yeah. Right. And then we fall into my first house and yours, Scorpio.
So my mom is a Libra.
Oh, interesting.
She's October 15th.
Okay.
Birthday. I keep in my head mixing up 13th and 15th because there is a friend of mine who has a 13th, October 13th.
Interesting.
So I always will I have 2 girlfriends who had December 11th and 13th birthdays, and I will oh my God, who's younger, who's older, what? My head ate too much ADHD. I cannot keep track in that regard.
Oh my goodness.
It's not easy for me. So yeah, my mom is she just turned 70.
That's amazing. Did y'all celebrate? I mean,
we're going to India. Both my mom and dad, both of them turned 70, and there is a special religious celebration called Bimarada Santi that happens for them, and usually it happens for the guy's 70. They celebrate the 60, 70, and the 80 of the guy, and the woman who's married participates obviously as a married couple. But I think given that my parents are of the same age, they very deeply chose each other versus get just put together. Yes, so they want to do it honoring both of them. So we get to go for 5 days.
Okay.
It's ridiculous that we're going to India for 5 days.
Yeah, that's very short. Very long travel.
Very. It is.
What is the stops?
So, as you know, my kid is in marching band. You know,
I didn't know he was marching, but
oh yeah, now marching band, high school. Oh my god,
Yeah,
marching band is crazy.
It is.
He plays trumpet. Schedules are nuts because you have not just the football games, but then you can have the playoffs and then competition and whatnot. And high school, so I thought for whatever reason last week of school won't have anything, but they have so much stuff going on. So we were planning on leaving December 16th and we couldn't. So we're leaving literally the last day of school, December 19th. And Allen High School has been chosen for Rose Bowl Parade.
Wow.
Which happens only once in 10 years.
Yes.
Very rare. This is the third time they've been picked. Once in 10 years, very few schools among the country goes. And Allen's the largest marching band out there. And so his flight leaves on 28th. Wow. So we land in the US on 26th. He leaves 28th early morning.
Yes.
And me and Hari fly out to LA because one kid gotta watch.
Right.
On 29th.
That's beautiful. That's so exciting.
We will be zombies.
I love that.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
I bet.
Oh, dude, it is
to tell
something. It is so, my God.
Big.
The choreography, the music, the whole thing, the drama of the performance.
I would just like to say that was the reason, because I was a cheerleader here in Texas in high school. Marching band was a big deal. I also was in band. They tried to make me march in my uniform. That's why I quit band. It's too much.
You should have joined their not the color guard, but the cute little performance they're part of the escadrille.
Isn't it color guard?
I thought there is another name. Maybe I don't know something. I will come back to it.
We'll see.
I can't remember shit very easy. Okay, obviously it's not important to me. Therefore, I can't remember.
No, but it's so serious here. UNT
serious.
is known for its band.
Is it?
Yes. And there's a little store downstairs from my apartment. Also a used bookstore. It's very nice. And I went to the little convenience store down there, and there is a young man behind the counter, and he has his trombone out.
And that's a big ass instrument. Yes,
exactly.
It's a big one.
Big instrument.
Big.
And I love that because I play the flute. Ari now plays the flute.
AJ plays the trumpet.
Right. And so I'm asking him about it. He's like, my goal is to be a part of the UNT marching band. And what I'm trying to do is really hard. And it usually takes about 8 to 10 years to achieve what I'm trying to do right now.
Yes.
And as soon as I walked out the door, literally ting the little bell as the door closes, he is already practicing his trombone.
Yes.
At work while there's no one in there.
Yes.
Dedication.
It is also something that I hope gets tremendous joy out of getting better every time. My kids has a friend, and I'm so glad he has these friends. They're all in marching band.
Cute.
I remember him standing in the kitchen one day and saying, I am challenging myself in so many different areas. And I'm like, dude, yes, you are. And us, we have to wake up at 6 a.m. This is not fun. But this friend of his wants to play for UT.
Oh, wow.
I went to UT, Longhorn.
I was born in Austin.
It is a thing. Because marching band, as I have learned, is music that you play while moving for your choreography coordinating with others, wearing a massive
It's discipline.
uniform. It is
And you're
multi-dimensional.
sweating and the breath control.
Yes.
With the marching.
Yes.
It's a lot.
And
It's
you have to know
exquisite.
so many different songs, each having their own choreography.
And it's
And
so fun.
I mean, dude, every time I go to a game and I see them perform at the halftime show.
Yeah. Okay. Did you watch Beyonce's Homecoming performances? It was on Netflix. You didn't see Homecoming by Beyonce?
I don't think I saw it on Netflix, but I do think here is what's happening. I am unable to fully recall every aspect of it. For sure, I caught it on Instagram and YouTube and
I'm
other
pretty
stuff.
sure it was her
Because
Coachella performance.
Yes, it was a while ago. This
Yeah.
isn't like any time in the last even 2 months. But I definitely didn't watch it on Netflix.
Okay.
And I am unable to fully say, yes, I remember it.
It
Do
was
you
like
remember
a
this?
halftime show.
Again, sounds super familiar,
Yeah.
but yet it isn't like triggering any core memory.
I was so excited about it. I remember watching it and then making Ari, because she was a little bit younger, and I'm like, come watch this. It's the same energy, with the drum line and the big band behind her.
This was a while ago.
It was, but it was magnificent.
So it's a core memory for her that she remembers.
If we're talking about marching bands and we're talking about performances, I really appreciated
And
that.
bands.
Yes, and the music, because it's very cultural. So,
Yes. Yes.
marching bands are a big deal. Halftime shows are obviously a very big deal. We've seen the outrage recently for Bad Bunny going to be performing at the Super Bowl.
Did you see the news about the pacification of that anger? Sting is to perform in a special NFL show preview 2 days prior to the Super Bowl in San Francisco, sponsored by NFL. Sting.
Is
Apparently quintessential American, but isn't Sting British?
he the one that has like vegan tattooed on his arm?
I do not know, but he was part of police. I think he's British.
I think that's the same guy. I don't know any of his songs.
I think we know one or two at least because it's prior to our generation of sorts, but
Maybe.
we have to know.
I would just like to say, I love Bad Bunny. I've always loved
British.
Bad Bunny. Yeah.
Sting is British.
He is not even American.
White.
Bad
The
Bunny
ones
is-
that came and actually colonized this.
That's what they're comfortable with. When they say, we've talked about this a little bit. I think it's hilarious. I love singing in Spanish.
We gotta find the most popular Sting song so that.
At least it's not the weird guy I thought it was. I think the guy I was thinking of when you said his name was Moby. And Moby's weird.
Moby is weird, okay? I do not know
I'm gonna
who
show you a
Moby
picture
is.
of him.
See, we are both learning. Okay, this is Shape of My Heart.
I do not know
Englishman
this
in New
song.
York, Fields of Gold.
This guy.
No, not him. This guy.
I've seen his face. I don't know any of his music.
Yeah.
Greatest hits?
It's just Shape of My Heart. Oh, okay.
I don't know. Anyways,
Several of you are going to be pissed with us. Yo, it is what it is,
Who
okay?
knows?
There are people we know you don't know. It is fine.
It's alright. I like the vibe with Bad Bunny. I also think it's because I was raised in Texas.
Oh my god. Bad Bunny's energy and vibe. I don't know every song of Bad Bunny, okay? But it feels so inclusive is what the word I'm inviting. Yes.
Like I want to move. I love it. I love just all of it. I will be out there in my living room or wherever I decide to partake, and I'll be moving.
Yeah. Have you listened to Taylor Swift's new album?
I have.
You have?
And did you hear about her merchandise being considered a dog whistle? A dog whistle in a political sense.
Okay, you need to explain that shit to me.
So she came out with a necklace that had the lightning bolt on it.
Okay.
And a large part of her fan base belongs to white ring extremist ideology. So they're saying that right now, with the rise of 1930, 1940s glorification of the Nazi Germany memorabilia, the lightning bolt is a symbol largely associated with Nazi Germany.
Well, I did
The
not know.
SS specifically.
Did not know.
Really?
100% did not know.
So,
But very shocked that this is the time that is being brought up, because let's talk about the popular lightning bolts in the last few.
right,
One being Harry Potter.
right.
Okay. Two, I'm talking kids. Like, I'm talking about like, oh my God, let my kids be available. Like, that is one. Two, obviously you can see I'm a geek about Harry Potter. And Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief and the whole Zeus and Lightning. I'm like,
Okay, but
I did not realize this whole one. I did not even see that memorabilia. I didn't buy anything.
right.
It was for the first time for me a very relatable. I love lyrics, and I found at 35 this set of songs that she had written, I could relate to almost every single one. It need not be in the exact same way, right? It need not be in the exact same way, but I also felt there is an element of la-di-da in the lyrics. At the same time, oh my God, you gotta really think about what she's written.
I hear that.
Simplicity as well, and because there's a lot of poking the fun, a lot of in on your nose, but at the same time, there's this one song called Father Figure. The whole thing, character keeps changing on who is singing, who is listening, what the story is about. And then some things like, I pay the check before it hits the mahogany grain. Like, what does that mean? Oh, before it hits the table, you've already picked up paying the check for everybody at the, oh, whoa, okay. And stuff like that. Fate of Ophelia also has these elements. It was interesting to me. My favorite being Life of a Showgirl. My favorite being Elizabeth Taylor. Second being Life of a Showgirl. I don't know if you've listened to Elizabeth Taylor.
I've listened to the ones that you told me to listen to. I don't partake in a lot of like hate for her. I find her unrelatable. I find her, and this is, don't hate me. I find it lacking originality and authenticity, because I feel like what she's done is diluted and taken inspiration. That's what everyone does with art. But for me, every time I listen to it, it just doesn't land. And as someone, I remember when she got really mad a few years ago. I would say it was probably 2016, when she was kind of wanting to stay out of representing a certain group of people. Because when you do have a platform, they do question it. When someone critiqued the necklace and the timing of it, there was no addressing of, no, that's not what that is, especially after we've had so many displays and so many, have you seen the parallels of what happened with Nazi Germany and what's currently taking place? Okay.
I mean, I don't know the parallels between Nazi Germany and what's taking place with Taylor Swift.
Not Taylor Swift, but just in the grand scheme of the world, which is why some people found it to be tone deaf to drop that.
I mean, talking about several things that are tone deaf that people don't even realize they did it, and we should talk about Kristen Bell, because
please,
we'll talk about it.
Okay.
But why don't you share with us your distillation and understanding and your perspective on what's happening today and how it is coming.
So you'll
by the way, the bigoted, racist, narcissistic, arrogant, morally superior than thou perspective has been around for ages and ages and ages and ages and ages. Okay, so all right, I'm very curious.
But currently, in our current landscape right now, the things that are happening are out of the playbook for what happened in the 1940s with World War II. And we're seeing that from historians. We're also noticing that Hitler built a ballroom. That wasn't necessarily a ballroom, it was a bunker. And everyone who's involved in building the ballroom right now at the White House, isn't typically someone who would be building venues for entertainment. I've seen a lot of things about that. Not really sure why AI intelligence and surveillance would be involved, or Lockheed Martin would be involved, and some other people. I think Hamilton is a name I remember. Those people typically aren't involved in building venues or ballrooms, but Hitler also built a ballroom. Not only that, you'll notice that there have been so many German refugees came to a place called Argentina. The United States just gave Argentina $20 to $40 billion.
Okay.
$20 to $40 billion for an investment in relations between South America and Israel.
Okay. Playing geopolitical games.
Very. Okay, but it's kind of, it seems just very obvious that there's a lot of parallels and a lot of playbooks that are being used right now, given the fact that we are kind of on the brink of a few wars based off of bombing boats from Venezuela. The things that are happening in Florida with Alligator Alcatraz, with the war on immigrants, things happening in Israel, things happening in Sudan.
Sudan, that poor thing, has always been in this turmoil.
Yes, in the Congo. But that's all been colonial powers against Africa, and we've known that. But what we also know is that there are these very brilliant people. Hedy Lamarr even was one of them that I was reading about. She was a child prodigy, physics fanatic, but gorgeous. And when she was young, she married someone who was an arms dealer. And when she found out that he was a terrible person supplying Nazi Germany, she got on a train and she left. And she tried to give the United States the ability to frequency jump, so that their missiles wouldn't be terminated before they landed, right? Because they were on a radio frequency. That actually, her patented invention was the basis for Wi-Fi and all of the technology that we currently use today. So brains and beauty, but it was sidelined.
Always.
So you also had like Josephine Baker, I believe, was a spy and a famous showgirl. And so what we're noticing is that these platforms now that were once used to kind of make a positive difference and a political stance at the same time, because all of our existence, even being a showgirl, is highly political.
Highly.
Absolutely. Everything you do, right? Even when you talk about stars like Beyonce, her silence and her removal from things like this, it's disheartening because unfortunately we do idolize celebrities, right? And the things that we listen to influence our vibration and our frequencies and what we buy and what we pay attention to.
We sort of, when convenient, idealize, and otherwise we don't. It is a very, when we individually don't ask ourselves, when we look at them and what we follow blindly versus, and therein lies my biggest issue with any form of, I don't want to just say idol worship, idolization worship.
Idolatry.
Right? Because people are like, oh, you were Hindu, idols, you guys have so many idols. Right? Idolization worship is everywhere. Buddhism has it. Islamism has it. Oh, no, we don't have an idol of the Prophet. Quran, your idolization of that thing, right? And everybody follows it differently. I got close friends who are of Islam, and but I also know highly nationalized thinking of Hindus. Okay, this is every religion, Christianity, like every religion. Because religion is man-made, whether you want to call it that or not.
Absolutely. I saw a really funny little tidbit of history today when it talked about when we switched the image of Jesus from being a man who appeared to be from the Middle East, which is where Jesus was from.
Brown.
Yes. Right. To being a more Eurocentric image, which is in every home and in every church typically, with the crown of thorns and the very kind of gaunt cut physique.
Yeah, also hippie.
Very.
I mean, so I don't understand how they
what I would like
conservative Christians don't
is that what was the artist who painted the picture? I don't think it was Da Vinci. It was
Michelangelo?
Yes, the one who painted the Sistine Chapel. That was a photo of his homosexual lover. So the image which everyone gives worship to, worshiping false idols, is a homosexual man from the 17th century, 18th century, whichever one, from the past times.
We love homosexual men.
I do love
okay,
a good homo,
just
but so do all of you. So
and which is probably why Sistine Chapel.
we're talking. Yes, it was
gorgeous.
Love it. Attention to detail. Very artistic. We like it. But I just want everyone to know, false idols, they're everywhere.
Apparently, 80% of men are gay.
Very.
You also saw that thing, okay?
I love this critical study. And you can argue with your mom. You can't argue with me. I have plenty of experience talking to regular men on a regular basis. I've removed myself from that now, but
I mean, this is I'll tell you, emotional maturity and emotional intelligence, which cannot be built if you don't have base level, maturity and intelligence, starts with being uber flexible. You gotta let ideas come in, listen without digging your heels into what I know is the most important, what I know is the best, I got everything done. I'm like, there was this actor, Indian actor, okay? I forget the name. He's the lead in this super hit TV show called Bads or Bastards of Bollywood.
okay. Oh,
Directed.
I saw this. Is it good?
It's good.
Okay.
Amazing. I love satire, okay? I love satire. Shah Rukh Khan is a mega big Indian Bollywood, also international superstar, okay? His son Aryan Khan is the creator and director.
Oh wow.
Okay, and that's okay. But the lead actor in this, okay, and there's a lot of conversation always about nepotism and outsiders and getting a chance and blah blah blah. This lead actor goes on one of the podcasts. I don't know whether it was Ranveer, whoever podcast, or Raj, whatever his name podcast is. He said, the reason I'm successful is hard work and dedication. I'm like, if you guys cannot, if you want to listen to one thing and you want to idolize, the superstars like Shah Rukh Khan, which I think he's a great example. If you cannot see luck, you can do the hard work. You can get knowledgeable. You can be dedicated. You can have discipline. But if opportunity doesn't come your way to meet that work, and that is where privilege is. When easy opportunities come for you to learn or apply or try or be seen or have a space held for you, to be seen, to be heard, to have a space held for you. I mean, if that happens super easy, that is privilege.
Absolutely.
And I was shocked. I'm like, bro, did you not learn anything from being around because you can see how Shah Rukh Khan speaks. You can see, and I'm like, you couldn't learn from that? How could you not see that opportunity is important? Luck is important.
It is. being in the rooms, being in proximity with certain things. I was talking about this today because I myself am trying to, very first house in Scorpio vibe for me, Venus and Pluto being there. Death and rebirth always, trying a new industry for career and financial gain. Taking a gamble on myself. There are those elements, but it's also scary. There's doubt involved, especially because I don't know people. I don't have a ton of connections here in that aspect. I have to go be in those rooms. And so there's times where I meet the frustration within myself of being like, I know I'm capable.
Yeah.
But it's getting in front of people.
Yeah.
That's the harder part, especially now with AI, filtering through resumes. Now I'm words on a screen versus an experience of what I am, because I know as soon as I'm in the room with you,
yes,
I know you want to work with me.
Yes.
That's the vibe I'm coming with. I can do anything if you give me the chance to do it.
Because you can learn.
Absolutely. And also, you're going to get a totally different perspective. And I am so good at admitting I'm not good at this. Because I would be unhappy.
But here's to those who are hiring people. They don't need to know everything technical about the job. Attitude matters.
Absolutely.
Grounded attitude. I don't know this. A human being who says, I don't know, often is curious to figure out how to know the things they don't know.
Right. Are there resources for me to learn? I'm excited to learn.
100%.
There's that. And I think that drive to learn new things. And there are people who don't have that drive to learn new things. I admire those people in some ways. I would love to be one of those people that could do the same thing every day. I would love to be a person that thrived on mundane routine.
I think it's sometimes when you have to find the right thing, but not everybody is fortunate and lucky and privileged to land on that with pure joy, passion, opportunity, skill set.
Or acceptance.
And seriously.
That's the hard part. It's just like okay.
If I feel like if you find that right thing, meeting people, talking to them, lifting them up, holding space for them, hearing them out, easing their pain, calmness. She would do it day in, day out without batting an eye.
I want to be a consultant. I want to come in.
No, she wants to be a life coach, and she is.
Thank you.
Not a consultant, okay?
Actually.
Life coach,
Absolutely.
And she is.
But I do feel like it's beyond that. I feel like I can walk into any business and find creative solutions. I feel like I can come in and boost morale of your team.
100%.
And give you the ability to retain good talent. I think I and you are energy conductors. I think we are inspiration bursts of energy. Because when we walk into the room together, when we went to that event at the Perot, our energy as a team at that table gave them life.
Totally.
They wanted to talk to us. They wanted us to be a part of what they were doing. They wanted us to come see.
Absolutely.
And it's because they feed off of our enthusiasm for life.
And we see people.
Yes.
We
absolutely.
We don't take up the space. We literally see people and create space.
Yes.
And when I say life coach, this isn't as an individual, okay? This is going into any scenario and seeing where the vibrations, the processes are off. And often, when the vibrations and processes are off, when people don't know how to connect, and there is a clash of methodology, ego, authoritarianism, ideology, and process. So I have seen and heard, I know you long enough to know, you can go into any business and say, and if they want it, you can help absolutely shift that into a more cohesive, collective, high-performing team.
Yes. And create harmony at
and
the same
community.
time.
And community.
Yes. And thank you for saying that.
Absolutely.
I want to receive that and kind of bask in that because that is my passion. I want to be able to have better business. People are very concerned with business. We're very concerned with the economy. We're missing a crucial element in business practice when we're not considering the human collateral and the labor that that's involved. So if you aren't enriching the lives of the people who are feeding your business, not only your clients or your consumers, but the people who are directly relating to those people.
Employees, you have no business
and it
without
feeds into their community, and it feeds
Yes.
into their children, and it feeds into the schools.
Yes.
And guess what? Educated consumers make educated choices, and they want to do ethical and altruistic things. And so when your business practices include those things, that is where you're going to have the ultimate potential for gains.
Absolutely.
That is where you're going to have enthusiasm and retention of business, not just subscription, not just this feudal lord system where now you don't own anything. Now you have to buy a subscription or you lose access to your
100%.
files.
I mean, working with someone like Lo can reduce the frenzy, anxiety of the people in your teams. It helps. I don't know why I'm endorsing her, okay? Do not know what it is.
To come with me all the time.
I'm there. I'm her wing woman. I got this.
But I want to say,
Y'all, put this out there. Get this woman stable.
I would just like to be like, I would not be able to be who I am today had I not met you as a stabilizing force. I want you to know that. As a stabilizing force
See what
in
I
my
did?
life.
I said all this so that she can say shit about me.
No,
Yes.
it's returning, reciprocal.
Win-win.
But no, just the way that you are a powerhouse, the way you have faith in things, the way that you encourage people, but you don't, when you decide to do something, I see you do it. When I see you execute a plan, you do it with the most thought and attention to detail. You see it in your art too. There's a lot of repetitive pattern that takes a lot of time and love and intention with every single small mark that you make on those pages and every color that you choose. And that, because it's, you see this? She also did this. You can see all of the brush strokes. You can't see the top right now, but there's so much color and brush stroke here. And this is just one piece, and they're all over this house, and there's some in my room. But you add color and life and energy in a way that strengthens and like supports and solidifies. And that to me is the most tangible part of knowing you and loving you, is just that, oh, what is the word I'm searching for?
Y'all, this is the kind of people you want in your life. This is absolutely
fortified. There it is. Okay, it's like, I love that. So,
can I change topics just a little bit? I am taller than her when I stand, but I am not joking. It has been bugging me since we started. Her torso is taller than mine, and I look like I'm not sitting straight, but I'm fucking sitting straight. Look, taller.
I have short
I don't know why
legs,
I'm competing on this shit, okay? Like in reality, I am taller than you, but
You
2
are?
inches.
I know.
It's honey.
I mean, that's why I work on posture exercises daily, doing the no rounded shoulders.
She does the Beyonce shake it. Oh.
I do. You guys shake it out, okay?
Listen, this is my favorite. Okay,
No,
I don't know.
listen.
This is my favorite. Okay.
You will find me. I find myself. I don't know if you do this with ADHD.
I do have ADHD. She was talking
do
about
the
painting in my fingers.
contractions. So like, I will be sitting and I find myself curling my toes under.
Yes.
And then I'll sit there and be like, I have pain.
Yes.
And then I have to release because I have no blood flow to certain extremities. So I try.
Yes. So
to
it'll happen
find
in
the
this
balance.
position for me, which is called in Pilates the mermaid position.
Oh yes.
Okay. And I have really tight muscles. Really tight muscles. No, it's not because of that. Tight muscles and stronger. I was born with asthma, so imagine how you choke you. What is going to happen to every fiber in your body? It's going to seize, right? It's going to contract.
Right.
That's what tightens muscles. Yeah? And I was born with asthma, so every single day, so, I can't breathe. So my body literally is programmed that way. Okay. And on top of it, any lifestyle things such as I was in computers, I was sitting a lot, I was traveling, sitting a lot, all of that stuff. Okay. So it's this position, which is mermaid position, beyond a point, okay, and it's about to creep up right now. Right here, I'm super contracted.
Really?
Right, because look at this. This is not lengthening, right? This is lengthening, contraction. Right here, super contracted. That is the most contraction right here. It'll get into cramping at some point, but I'll just stay here. To your point, I'm like, I know what you mean.
I do.
And I'm like, oh shit.
I like to do this
Not
thing
now, I'm okay. But
where I point my toes until they cramp in that position.
so again, when you point, okay, a couple of things are happening. When you point, the muscles here, unless you lock your knee, which you shouldn't,
Right.
the muscles here are all contracting. Right? This is lengthening, these muscles. This is contracting. So the more you're trying to keep them in contraction, the more, that means this is lengthening, pushing, that is contracting. So the more you're going to contract, and you're holding that position,
Right.
you're stressing those muscles, stressing those nerves, stressing that fascia.
Yeah.
And that is going to cramp beyond a point because you're shocking those muscles.
I would like to ask you a question with my tiny microphone right now.
Tiny microphone, baby.
Tiny microphone time.
And this is the last segment,
Yes.
okay? All right.
How do you feel about vibration plates versus just get up and shake your body?
Not a fan of vibration plates.
I feel like it's a gimmick too.
I mean, it's okay if you want to do it. I don't have a problem, getting myself off if you want to.
No, yeah, exactly.
That, yes,
but
people talk about, dryer or washer. I'm like, whoa, that seems very high for me to sit on. But
yeah,
I am not a fan. They feel cool. I've sat in some versions of vibration in all of you have. If you've gone to a spa,
right.
You sit in their massage chair.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad, okay? I have a gun thing that will do great for it. I think dancing, moving your ass, you should see me dance in my kitchen, y'all, and I'm cooking or whatever. It's just something in the oven, music is blasting, and I'm like, I have rhythm in my body. I'm not looking for a choreography of perfect.
No.
I'm just vibing.
Well,
yes, I think you should dance. Everybody should dance.
I wanted to talk about the innate intelligence that tribal dancing or community celebrations that we're all dancing. It was always and
So
footwork and stomping.
Stomping.
Right? Because now they're coming out with the studies that saying stomping and impact on your bones helps you reduce.
Absolutely.
Yes. What is it? Bone density loss.
So I can't answer about the bone density aspect of it, but definitely helps all your secondary, tertiary muscles, not just your primary, because your primary just automatically does its stuff. It helps with your fascia. It helps with all the ligaments and tendons. It helps with all the gaps and crannies and all of that stuff. Vibrations are really good. Okay, as an example, again, vibration plate, not bad. You can do it once in a while, but I would really recommend do something that is a little bit more musical vibration than just a vibration plate.
Stop outsourcing the movement.
Correct, right? But here is why vibrations are good, okay? You take a glass, a mason jar, you put rice in it, okay? Rice is a great example. I would recommend rice than even quinoa, okay? You start tapping it. What happens?
It aligns.
And the space fills, and no more you can add.
That's true.
Right?
It settles.
So yes, the air is off. So it sort of loosens. Same thing when it's super tightly packed, when you start loosening, adding. So that's what vibration does. It both strengthens and loosens.
Right, but it also helps your lymph filter, right? Because this really lymph drainage is very trendy right now, very in. You don't want to be too rough with your lymph nodes though. And they're all over your body, but also the fascia. And we're talking about fascia release. All of these things matter. So even just the smallest movements, we're seeing a lot of the chi movements. We're seeing a lot of Tai Chi come back around because the movement of energy, just the flow arts. So I just want to bring attention to move your body a little bit more, laugh with a friend a little bit more, make sure that you're getting hugs.
Best core exercise.
Best core, laughter. Belly laughs. Please.
Best core exercise.
Absolutely.
Laugh.
All right, well.
Best breath exercise. Laugh.
I think that's our big Venus energy for today.
Okay, I can't do what she did, so I'm just going to do this.
My gangster signs.
Yeah, but, she's definitely a different generation than me, okay?
Forever. See you next time.